So this is like a side note to understand the importance of the fourth vector in the arm control, okay? So to get you on the same page, the fourth vector comes back towards you, okay? So there's one that goes forward, but then quickly goes to the left, okay? And as it goes to the left, there's one that comes down, and as it completes this downwardness, there's one that comes back towards you, okay? This way. You guys see that? Okay. So looking at the last three vectors to understand the second vector, or the fourth vector. Sorry, that's all jacked up. Looking at the last three vectors to eventually understand the fourth vector, okay? And to prevent you from staying with just the downwardness, okay? So what happens is, and why does it happen, is psychologically you feel him going out. Do you get that? That makes his elbow come up as he rotates it, okay? And what's happening psychologically is you feel the resistance, your ego tripartite mind contests it and pushes against it. That's what's happening, okay? So as I push down on his elbow, we'll just kind of stand up now. We'll do an experiment. Imagine I'm pushing down. Got it? And he's just going to, when I push down, he's just going to adhere and take it out at 90 degrees. Do you understand that? So I push down, and you can see that. That is what is happening to us in trying to control the arm. He's doing the 90-degree fluctuation to me, okay? And the more your instinct is to push on it, the greater the adhesion, the more your arm gets pulled outside of you, and you lose control of the person, okay? So to put it in the technique, what I just demonstrated, as I come in and he goes out, that's what happens because I tried to push down and he went 90 degrees to my downward vector, okay? What we have to do instead is as I push down and he's going that way, right? I have to change the vector. I can't keep pushing down on that vector. The new 90 degree has to happen. Okay, so as I'm coming into the technique, I continually changing that vector. Okay? We're now to look at what I wanted to use to help you understand this vector. So let's have him lay down, and he's kind of supine. Okay? And you get this thing if you push down. Many of you on the video have got that thing. You're like, and you basically are stuck. Both of you are stuck, okay? What we want to do is this. We'll do it again. Okay, I'm going to use all those vectors, but here, smaller, okay? When you get someone stuck like this, you want to push down. He's not going to go. Then some of you try to pull out. But that won't work either. Okay? Usually they roll for you. They don't do that in the street. Okay? What we're going to do is Ikkyo from here. So you can see there's the forward. I'm bringing it around, and that rolls him. Okay? You're so used to, in the federations, to just giving someone the cue and they roll over. And so this pressure is immense, okay? So when you do it, don't rip off anyone's shoulder or break their nose, depending on which way they're looking, okay? I want you to do it controlled and have enough pressure that you're moving them and that they don't like it, okay? But I'm not breaking anything, okay? So we got there. You could just start here and get in this angle. Maybe he's even more that way. Do you see? And you can't go anywhere, and I'm not going to pull him. So I'm do Ikkyo from here. It goes forward, and here's let me take you to. I'll go to full pressure, and you tap your foot when you don't like. So if I make my circle smaller and lower, you see, that would be small, the smallest you could do it. Okay, but I'm doing all 4 vectors. I'll do it a little. Some pressure, so I can feel it and he can feel it, and it just turns him over. Okay? All right, let us try that. All right, so we'll do that again. So here you're trying to come out. So don't change it. I want you to do it again, but go slower so I can talk. Okay, there's forward. Now you're going out. Keep going. Out. Now you're pulling them over. That's not it. Okay, so Chris, you don't go. Okay, do you understand? She has to move you. Okay, and this inability to move him in Ikkyo is going to be your inability to out-yang his outward roll. And your arm goes with him, okay? So I'll show you Baoqing, okay? So you're down. Let's do the same side so you have the same idea. Come over here, please. There you go, okay? And you're like that. All right, so you pushed forward this way. Do you see that? But then you started going like this. Do you see that? Now just tighten your abs. It doesn't take much, just relax. I'm going to let you even go more, okay? When I just pull this, you can see that I'm just pulling. Do you see that? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll go forward. Don't do anything. I go forward. It ran out. That is where it comes over. It ran. Don't do anything. It ran out. That's where the new angle starts. Do you see? Do you get it? It ran out. That's where it comes in this way. Do you see that? Yes. So what does run out mean? Where you feel the yang, do you see? You change to the next 90 degrees. Okay? Does that make sense? You don't try to go more than where it ran out. Okay? Let's try it. Forward first, slightly to your right, over the top, and don't take your thumb out. I can't get through all 4 vectors in a thumbless grip. Okay? You need the thumb. Go again. Where it starts to run out, you go to the next vector. That's it. Chris, you're not helping her if you do that. Remember, you got to come back in. You cannot smell the end point and then try your will to power to overpower it, okay? So down, Virginia. Okay? Meaning you're like, so when Baoqing went here and she started to go this way, she smells that. Do you see? Same thing with you. When you got here, you go like it's right there. Do you understand? Instead, I'm here, and I turn this back towards me. Do you see that difference? Okay. So it's again, why was I doing that? Why? Well, what was it? I'm contesting. Why was I contesting? My ego tripartite mind is doing. Well, your fear, your desire is in that. So if you smell, you're going to desire it, and you're going to try to not do the other vector. But if you work energetically and go, my whole goal here is to not contest. Do you see? That's my goal, not the shoulder down. The shoulder will be down as a consequence of you doing the other goal. Okay? Try it again. All right, try it. A little forward, a little over, a little down, over the top. That's it, like that. So, I don't want anyone watching thinking that it's because their arm is not up. Their arm is definitely not as open and working with as long a radius as an Ikkyo, okay? But the principle remains true. And if you shorten the radius, I demonstrated it one time, but if you shorten the radius, the principle still remains true, okay? So we're going to shorten the radius for all of you here. This arm is just out, flat. It's not up here. It's just flat, okay? You still have the same footwork, and you just do the same thing. Everything is just smaller. Okay? Got it? And we'll go back. We'll do it again. Again, because I'm not really pushing on him. I take it to where it will go. That's about all it can go. Then I take it this way. That's about all it can go. I start to go down, and then I take it back inside. Okay? A lot of pressure, right? With the finger, okay? Let's try it. Okay. So in the same way that you don't want to, you can make your arm. Is this arm all right? No? Do you want to do the other arm? Please. Okay, do the other arm. Okay. You could be across. So in the same way that you don't want to smell the corner, right, in your hair, and you're like, there it is, and you try to shove it down. You also don't want to, as I always say, paint the ending, okay? So you're not going to go into this to there, do you get it? And then do like that. Don't paint it, just do the patterns, okay? So you're here like that. It's going to go forward till it stops. That's where it stops. It comes over to the right until it stops. That's where it stops. It starts to go down. That's where it stops, and I come around on the other side. Okay? You guys, you were kind of like trying to find that. Don't do that. Just stick with the technique, because this technique, yes, there's pressure, but I'm moving you. He's not moving himself to get out of it. Do you see that? I'm moving him. And then on the other one, when you paint that picture, you won't have the pinning pressure the whole time. So the guy can move where he wants to. Do you understand? And you don't want him to be able to move. I'm moving him. Every time he goes, he's going to take a contesting angle that's going to feed my 90-degree fluctuation. It just makes the whole thing a lot worse for him. He's still going no matter what. There is no, in the modern sense, there's no chemi. He's not trying to save his joint. I'm just not breaking it. That's the difference. He's not trying to move where it stops hurting. He's being moved there, okay? All right, try it again.